What? Hello, everybody. How everybody doing? Here we are. We're gonna do some all out bubblegum. We had like 3 people. We now have 2. And we're gonna make the most of this. Rock this on until 4. So please, if you're having fun, donate, help the kids out. Enjoy the ridiculousness. All Out Bubblegum is a 1-page game. It's super simple, super fun. How are you 2 feeling about the system itself?
I think it's really fun. I hadn't read it until about an hour and a half ago, and
so you're you're exactly as prepared as you should be.
We're in the same spot. All right.
Yeah, very, very simple. So yeah, all you need is a D10 and then some kind of markers to keep track of your bubblegum status. So if you've got counters or you just want to use like a D8 and count it down as you burn it, whatever makes sense for you. And then if I could have you guys, if you've got dice handy, we are going to establish our scenario here using this random craziness that Ben and I came up with one weekend on prep school, along with the chat. So,
what kind of dice? What kind of dice do we need?
I need it's mostly it's a variety of dice for this. So if you've got a set of D&D dice, you'll have everything that this covers. So I need a D20 roll from each of you.
13.
16.
All right. So our threat is a cult leader who is also a clone or a twin.
Okay.
Good. They can both feel the pain when I punch them.
Twin. All right. 2 more D20 rolls.
11.
Oh. Apparently, I only roll 16s.
All right. So we are in a different time or a time loop that is also a haunted location. I need a D6 roll.
2.
Okay.
3.
And this person wants to steal a D10 roll.
Just one or both of us?
Just one.
I got a 10.
Yeah. You got 10? They want to steal the prototype. Don't know what that is yet. And we may not. All right. And if I could scroll down in this document, which I don't know if I can because I don't have... Now let's see if this will let me do this. Okay. We've got... So they want to... And you said you rolled a... we got the prototype, so I need another D6.
It's a 4.
Okay. And of course, my document killed on me. I don't know why this was saved as a doc. I can't do anything with it. Come on now. Of course, you're going to be a butthole. Well, we will just go from there. We have a cult leader in a different time who wants to steal the prototype. So, the way we did this last time is it was kind of a movie, but we can just do it however we want. So, what are your characters? What do they do? Who are they? Does it matter? Or are they just sort of ass-kicking, blank slates?
I want to hear about Rich Mahogany.
I would love to hear about Rich Mahogany too. I just decided that was going to be his name.
Yeah, it's great.
2 sessions ago. I was Bork Laser to begin with, a giant mountain of a man. I will say Rich Mahogany is also a giant mountain of a man. Maybe he's a little smarter than Bork Laser, but not much.
All right. So we will define Rich Mahogany as we go. What about Brad Chadley?
Brad Chadley is a former high school lacrosse player. Very Martha's Vineyard bro type. That's about as far as I got.
That's all as far as we need.
Super
Shaggy,
proud of his 2000 Trans Am.
Thank you for joining us, Shaggy, and he is right to be proud of his Trans Am. So, all right. One morning, morning, very early morning, Brad Chadley is driving through the streets. Maybe it's the rural area. I don't know where Brad Chadley lives, but it's fairly rural where he's at there. But Brad Chadley is driving along in his Trans Am after a long night of partying, on his way back to where's Brad Chadley headed?
He is headed to the diner for greasy eggs and bacon for breakfast.
All right. So as you are driving to the diner, you see stumbling up out of the ditch a large mountain of a nude man. And he kind of stumbles into the road and loses his footing and kind of collapses down into the road. What do you do, Brad?
Slam on the brakes.
All right. So we're
quickly take off the sunglasses.
We're going to say that is not kicking ass. So make me a D10 roll.
2.
Perfect. So you succeed. You wanted less than the amount of bubblegum because you're not kicking ass. So that is a success. You manage to stop the car just in time. You come to a skidding halt a little bit sideways in front of Rich Mahogany. Rich, you don't know where you are, really even who you are. If you were to be asked about it, you would be able to say your name, and that's about it. And a red Trans Am has come to a skidding stop next to you on this highway. You're weak, but you know that if you had some chance to rest, you would be a mountain of a man who would be able to do all kinds of ridiculous things. So here we are. A Trans Am has come skidding to a stop next to you. Brad Chadley sits inside, though you don't know him yet. What would you like to do?
I need your clothes in your car.
Brad, are you?
Man, I'm just messing with you. I have no idea what's going on.
I got a sweater, and he's got a sweater that's cuffed up around his neck. Yeah. Undoes it, hands it over to him. Maybe cover up, bro.
Yeah, he'll tie it around his waist, make some sort of loinclothy thing.
Yes, the scene is shot in such a way that you're obviously nude, but we're not getting ourselves an R rating here, or X.
Right.
We get the PG-13 because it's just the from the ground up. You can just see it's an ass model,
crouching with one leg in front. Yeah, we can show the butt.
Yeah, we can just see his ass cheeks.
So, all right. Now you're here.
Where are you, man? Where are you? What are you doing out here?
I don't know. I woke up naked in the ditch there. I have no idea what's going on. Sweet. I know I'm Rich Mahogany because how could I forget that? But everything else is gone.
Okay. So is your name Richard?
Rich Mahogany.
So can I call you Dick? Dick Wood? Rich Mahogany, get it?
You could try to. I don't think that'll end up very well for you.
Oh, sorry, dude. I was just trying to make a joke. Looks like you need a ride.
Where are we?
At this time, in the distance, you start to hear what you both are able to recognize as engines, several engines, but not coming from the road. So these engines are getting closer to you. Do you want to stick around to see what this is, or do you want to get out of here?
I'm gonna get in the car and get out of here if I can.
I think it's that shot of Rich like running around the car and jumping in the passenger seat, but Brad's just kind of like looking off. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, arm out on the open door. You know, kind of peeking up over the top of the car.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as the whatever comes barreling out of the cornfield, and then jump in.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
cresting the hill off in the distance. So yeah, you're just looking out over the fields, trying to pinpoint this noise. Rich gets in the car. The whole thing sags a little bit to that side due to his mass, but you're still just like, what the hell is that? And off in the distance, you see what you're pretty sure. It's hard to tell given how far away they are, but it looks like about a dozen dirt bikes with people on them wearing some kind of, strange, like bright neon green outfits coming over the hill towards you. What do you want to do? Nope, you're muted there.
Sorry, I was muted. Nope. Are those your friends, man?
I hope not. That's not a great outfit.
Are they holding weapons? Is there, you know what I mean? Are they like?
It's hard to tell from where they're at. They're definitely getting closer, and as they start to get, close enough, you can see some of them are definitely carrying like Uzis, little submachine guns and things like that. They haven't fired yet, but you can definitely see that they've got them.
Jump in the driver's seat, fucking stunt driver time. Let's go. Slam gas to the floor. Get out of here.
All right.
I always make sure to keep bleach drizzled on my back tires for that extra smoke effect.
Hit me with a D10.
2 again.
All right. So because you were trying to kick ass and peel out all cool, like, that is considered a failure. You overestimated and slammed the pedal down too hard, and you actually just whip it like all the way in a circle. And now these guys are getting close enough that they are starting to shoot at you too. And you can hear them kind of shouting and see them signaling to each other. What would you like to do?
I mean, I'm gonna, even if I'm spun the other direction, I don't care which way I'm going at this point. I'm driving off, trying to evade,
go down the road,
get us out of here.
They chase you for a little while, but eventually they and fire off a few pot shots. But it becomes apparent that they're not sure. Like, you can see in the rear view that they're kind of like, hey, no, we got to back off. So they do eventually, disperse and kind of go back the way they came after you make it a couple miles. So whatever they wanted, they've apparently decided to give up on it for now. So you're driving down the road. You've slowed down to the speed limit because you're not being chased now. Thankfully, no holes in your sweet ride, but you have a decision to make. Do you want to where do you want to go? What do you want to do?
Rich, you don't remember anything? Nothing? Like, I don't know. What's your favorite color?
As you were being shot at, Rich, some things kind of started to flash into your mind.
Mm-hmm.
So you weren't afraid of the bullets. You get a sense that maybe you know how to fight, or you were a soldier at some point, but you're still really not sure how. and you're getting some flashes of like a lab sort of thing with some big, tubes with bodies suspended in them, things like that. But it's all really murky right now.
I've got weird flashes, but nothing's making sense. There's a lab. I was fighting a guy. I mean, I was really whooping his ass, but that's all I got.
Dude, is this like an X-Men movie? Fuck yeah! Sorry, I'm going hot fuzz.
No, yeah, absolutely. So did you still gotta go to the diner then? Get yourself some grease?
No, we gotta find him a trench coat, So we're gonna head to like Salvation Army or something.
Okay. They're
taking a basically a naked dude into Salvation Army, dressing him.
The ladies that are the old women that are shopping at the Salvation Army are very interested in Rich Mahogany, but they don't go over to him. They're just kind of talking to themselves and tittering. Look at that. And there's a montage of you two trying a bunch of outfits on Rich, cowboy hats and seven like a disco outfit and pith helmet for some reason. So you've eventually settle on an outfit. Rich, describe what you are wearing to us.
So Rich finds a pair of jeans that somehow fit his massive frame. He finds a white tank top and then some combat boots. And he feels like this is going to work. This is me.
All right. So as you go up to the register, the cashier says, "Normally I'd charge you, but the free show you gave, worth every penny. You have a good one, honey," and just lets you guys go on out without paying.
If she's letting us leave, she's letting us leave without paying, I'm going to take something off of the shelf, like right at the register.
All right.
Maybe a new sweater.
What do you grab?
A Swiss Army knife.
Okay. Then she doesn't even care. She's just like, yeah, go for it. She's too busy looking at Rich in them jeans.
So many ass shots of Rich in this movie.
As you exit the Salvation Army, you see some people down the street, just one or two people, and they're not wearing all of it, but they do have some of, like, one of them's got like a bandana and it's the same color as the outfits that the dirt bike people were wearing, and the person with them has some shoes that are the same color, and they're kind of looking at you and talking to themselves, but they don't make any overt moves or anything. You do notice that. Do you want to do anything about them to them?
I mean, for me, it's kind of. I think it's kind of observational. Like, okay, all right, that's kind of a standout. Okay, these guys are around.
How is that a common color that people like?
I mean, to each their own, dude. I mean, I'm like a kind of into pastels and like floral patterns. I really like the tight shorts, but I mean, to each their own, man. It's just a fashion statement, probably.
All right, fair.
Can you? So the stuff that you remember, like the dude that you were beating up, like, do you remember anything more about him? Like, was he? Like, what was he wearing? What does he look like? I
mean, he was kind of dressed like those guys in the motorbikes. I don't get the sense that I was mad at him, though.
You can't recall his face.
Yeah.
But he's a large man, very, a large guy, and you were definitely throwing some haymakers at each other. And yes, he was wearing that bright sort of neon-y green but yeah, nothing else specifically as far as the person has come to you yet.
Okay.
That's intense, dude.
Yeah, it's real weird. So where were you headed when you found me?
Oh, knock off this hangover, man. I'm going to Bonnie's, eggs and bacon.
Maybe that'll help.
I'll buy.
Excellent. I don't have any money. I don't have any money.
I know.
All right. So you drive to Bonnie's. It's not far. Nothing weird happens along the way. You get there and sit down. The waitress comes up. Oh, what can I get for you two?
Coffee, cream, 11 sugars, 4 eggs over easy, wheat toast, 6 pieces of bacon, and then whatever this dude wants. His name's Rich, and he's a fucking stud.
I'll have all the bacon and eggs you have.
All right.
Except for what I ordered. Don't give him those, but he can have all the rest.
Oink and tack for both of you.
I fear you misunderstand me. Yeah, I think you mean I want a lot of bacon and eggs. I want all the bacon and eggs you have.
I'll get the chef on it. So she wanders off, has a bit of an argument that you can overhear with the chef, and she's like, "No, they're serious. Just do it." And
Look at him.
starts bringing you stuff out as fast as he can cook it. And I'm assuming you're eating it about as fast as she brings it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a full montage. You know what I mean? Like you see the pepper. Every time the plate. It's that Edgar Wright. The quick with the side lit. And the eggs are glistening, and then the pepper hits it, and then it's just ka 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 ka.
All right, fellas. Anything else while you're here? We got some great pies. I can get you a refill on the coffee one last time here, but let me know if there's anything else you need. And you know something? What'd you say his name was? Rich?
Yep. Rich Mahogany.
You look familiar to me.
Do I?
I can't place it though. It's weird. You look familiar though. I'll think about it. Can I bring anything else though?
You have pecan pie?
I think we do.
I'll take a piece of that.
All right.
Yep.
And you, honey?
Make that too.
I'll be right back.
Dude,
she goes away.
Pie's my favorite too.
It's the best of the pies.
All right. So looking at or she comes back with the slices of pie and is also carrying a piece of a chunk out of a newspaper. And she says, "I figured it out. I didn't read the article, but this is where I recognize you from." And she opens up the paper to a page, and the headline reads, "Scientific lab draws protest from local community." And there's a picture of a press conference, and the man behind the podium looks exactly like Rich Mahogany. It's black and white, so you can't tell whether he's wearing the same color that you saw in your memory, but it's obvious. He looks just like you. He's probably he's you as far as you know. And the article just goes on to say, hey, there's this local lab that recently opened. People have been hearing, seeing strange lights and hearing strange sounds from the area, and aren't a fan of it. It scared some guys' cows. They're trying to talk to the local government to try and get them to shut it down, and it's been an ongoing thing for a while. Brad, you have no idea that any of this is going on because this is not stuff that you pay any attention to. If you're opening the paper, it's to see what movies are playing, or if any new nightclubs opened.
Sports page. That's it.
Yeah. So
see what's going on with the family circus. Call it good.
Is there any details, like the scientist's name, what they're researching, anything like that?
Yeah, the scientist's name is listed as Randall, Dr. Randall. No first name mentioned in the article. They just refer to him as Dr. Randall.
Is his first name Doctor?
It could be.
He did not go to medical school.
No, legally changed his first name to Doctor, and
no, he's the public relations VP for the company.
So, yes, he is the head of the institute, which is interesting given how beefy this person is. But yeah, that's the, and then it doesn't really say what kind of research that they're doing. Only that it's largely considered secret and speculated to be military related.
So, like, how interested are you in like finding more out? Do you just want to like go hang out and take some bong rips and play some GTA? Or like, do you want to like go to the facility that this place says you're maybe from?
I feel like I have to go there. I got to figure out something, right?
Okay. So it's like a Jason Bourne kind of thing.
I don't know what that is.
It's a lot. I could explain it, but like it would probably... I'll explain it in the drive.
Yeah, we got to drive over there.
Yeah, so as we cut from you guys getting into the car and leaving Bonnie's to pulling up into the parking lot of this lab, while Brad is still breathlessly recapping all of the Bourne films. He's like grabbing and Rich is
dude, he ends up on the beach in Greece, and the chick, she's like running this like little motor scooter rental thing, and dude, it's so sweet. It's like tearjerker at the end, man. It's such a complete film, man. It's such a complete film.
I feel like I watched it. That was great.
So you're in the parking lot of the lab. They have opened for the day, so if you want to go up to the reception desk, you certainly can. But you also have other options available to you. So here's a lab. It looks, I mean, there's a big fence around it. There's a public facing portion of it, but a lot of it looks pretty secure. Yeah, how do you guys want to approach this?
Do you want to like stay in the car and like maybe I go up and just like scope it out, or you want to just like, I mean, I don't know, man. If you got in a big fight and maybe it was right here, they're obviously like looking for you.
I'm just gonna go up and see what happens.
All right, I'm in.
I don't know what I'm doing. We'll find out. Maybe it'll be fine.
All right, so you guys come in the front of the lab. It's very Threshold Labs is the name on the sign when you drove into the parking lot on the building, and there's a it's all glass and steel, very very nice, pricey looking, fancy stuff, clean. There's a male receptionist at the desk. When there's a few security officers patrolling, they do have you sign in. And what brings you here today? Do you have an appointment?
What do you mean, do I have an appointment? Don't you recognize me?
I'm afraid I don't, sir. If there's somebody here who you have an appointment to see, we could certainly get you in.
No, look, I'm Dr. Randall. He holds up the newspaper.
At this point, another person comes out from behind the receptionist. Don't worry about him. He's new. Dr. Randall, yes. Did you lose your badge?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I couldn't find it this morning.
Again? All right, fine. We've got a temporary one here, and they hand you a temporary badge out from.
All right, could we get a visitor badge for my buddy Brad?
Yes, have them sign in on the clipboard there, and they pull out another badge for Brad.
Throw in the signature. Put the badge on.
All right. Let us know when you find your badge. Talk to Randall so we can deactivate the temporary one. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. So just walk in and start wandering around.
Okay, so yeah, behind the receptionist or off to the side of the receptionist desk, there's the doors. You badge in. You get in there. It's just cubicles. It's a cubicle farm right immediately there. You see, so some doors at the back. It is a multi-story building, so there's and who knows whether there's stuff underground or not. There's an elevator bank immediately to your right. There's the cubicles all out in front of you, and then offices around the edge of the building there. Presumably are the managers.
Is there like a floor guard, or not guard, but like floor guide, like by the elevators that tells us anything at all, or are we just gonna
go? So the floors are labeled on a chart. And it says the floor you're on is labeled as operations. The floor above is labeled as executive. The floors below, all the basement floors, there's research, and then there's several lab levels marked lab 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's a few down at the very bottom that are not labeled. They just say, sub basement 5, sub basement 6.
Let's go up to the executive floor, see if we can find my office.
Yeah.
So you badge into the elevator. It does ask you to swipe. You do have to swipe your card or whatever to get up to the executive level. They don't just let anybody up there. And the doors open, and you see amongst again, it's just a cubicle farm, but as soon as you two enter, everybody in the cubicle stands up, and they're all wearing neon green, and you can see now that they have a strange symbol that looks kind of like an hourglass on their what look to be uniforms. They all stand up and begin just rushing you. They don't seem to have guns, or if they do, they're not using them, but they're coming at you. The first group is going to be to you in probably 30 seconds. And they're grabbing, keyboards and, swinging mice around like a bolo. One of them's grabbed a desk lamp, and they're coming at you. What do you do?
Is there like a signpost or a sign stand nearby that's like pointing to the elevator or something like that?
Stanchion? Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. Pick up a stanchion and fucking grab everybody with it.
There's not, but there is a large fake plant.
Perfect. Potted plant.
With a pot on the bottom. So you're able to grab that potted plant by the leaves essentially, and so you've got a potted plant with a pot on the end.
So I have to roll above an 8, correct?
Yes.
All right. I don't think that's going to work out. We'll find out though. Nope, that's 2.
All right. So that does count as, let's see here. Well, the other option would be, let's see, or is that non-combat? Let's see. Where are you failing non-combat? The other option that you have is if you wanted to spend a bubblegum, you would succeed.
Okay, so then I just put my total down to 7.
Yes, so it basically as things go on, you're more and more able to kick ass and less able to do anything else.
Sure, that's fair. All right, so that's a success. I'll move it down to 7.
All right. So using what do you want to? Well, then tell me what you do now that you've succeeded in attacking. So there's 3 people coming at you. You've got your plant. What do you do to it?
So I will swing the potted plant basically into the first person real hard, knocking them into the second, and then the third person just kind of bowl them all over.
All right, that works. You sweep the legs out from under the first one, and then start to arc up with the potted plant. Catch the second one across the head, and then bring it down onto the third one. So those first three are down. The next group is starting to come in. Brad, what are you doing?
I'm in the background while he's doing all of that, trying to get the Swiss Army knife out of my pocket and trying to get I'm opening and it's like the screwdriver. Fuck. You know what I mean? And I think it's the knife, but it's the bottle opener.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. And then finally, as he knocks all three of them out, I pull out the knife and I'm, you know what I mean? And I've got the Swiss Army knife blade out, ready to go. Is it three more that are coming for us? Is it more?
So this time it's just two, but one of them comes up and essentially reaches around the corner of a cube and grabs a sledgehammer, and the other one pulls out from behind their back two big butterfly knives. So choose your opponent and how you want to approach it.
I'm gonna lunge in and try to get the guy with the butterfly knives.
All right, give me a roll, or you can burn a bubble gum to ensure a success.
Well, I'm gonna roll first. I got a 9.
Oh, nice. All right, so there you go. You're in there. It's a full on, like, you're parrying butterfly knife strikes with your Swiss Army knife blade. And flip out the bottle opener and catch the tip, and manage to disarm them. And then, so you've got him disarmed. How do you want to take him down with your Swiss Army knife? He switches it's like one fluid motion, because he's figured it out now, right? So he pops in the blade, and right as he pops in the blade, he pulls out the bottle opener and catches the first butterfly knife and spins it around and knocks it out of his hand. The other hand is coming with the blade. I grab it with my left hand. I do the spin so that he spins around me, and I give him the arm whip over so that he, you know what I mean? Just like a fucking Ric Flair, whipping him over, slam down on his back, and the other butterfly knife goes spiraling off, out of view. All right. And of course, unconscious, out of the fight now.
Yep, absolutely. So, completely, totally unconscious.
Yes.
One hit.
Yep. Rich, how are you dealing with Sledgehammer man?
Since he's still a little bit away, there's the 3 guys I knocked over. I'm just going to pick up one kind of by the scruff of the neck and the back of his pants, and I'm just going to throw that at Sledgehammer guy.
My favorite move, hitting a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Give me that roll.
That's a 10.
Oh, all right. So yeah, you definitely succeed at that. You grab this guy, you whip him straight at the other dude. It hits him in the gut. The guy you threw falls down. The other guy is just kind of staggered a little bit there, loses it. He drops the sledgehammer on his foot, kind of grabs it and jumps around a little bit, and then just goes down. He's done. He's not having any.
I'll take that. Grabs the sledgehammer.
Nice. So at this time, then you see there's more of these green garbed people kind of flooding in, and then you see you hear the elevator ding behind you. Do you want to continue fighting the people in front of you, or do you want to see what's going on behind you?
I will definitely turn around to see who's in the elevator.
You are looking in a mirror, essentially. I didn't think you'd be stupid enough to come back this soon, if at all.
I didn't think. I don't know what's going on, really.
You know him?
It's literally, they're literally the same person. Except this one has, is wearing a lab coat that and then a shirt of the same green as the rest of the people, and slacks. But otherwise, they're identical. Well, as annoying as it was that you escaped, it's good you're back. Now we can use you for your intended purpose. Come along.
What is that intended purpose?
At this point, he whips out a spray can and just sprays you both in the face. And you wake up somewhere else.
Hell yeah.
And you are both strapped to, essentially, they look like wheelchairs, but they're bulkier. They're stronger. But you're strapped to those.
Oh, this I remember.
And there are people in the green outfits all around you, working on various, machines, computers, things like that. There's a lot of electricity kind of sparking around, and you see this thing start to kind of spin around in front of you, and as these things spin past you, you catch glimpses in between of what looks like the you would say maybe the 1800s, like cowboys and stuff, flashing by, and for a moment, like you just this blinding light, and you hear this sound, and just this massively loud sound that kind of sounds like a lightning strike, and the spinning stops, and you are sitting in the same chairs with this machine there, but it is now a very just dusty plain, and you see people kind of people in 1800s dress just like staring at you or running away from this thing that has dropped into their midst, and then it starts up again, and you find yourselves back in the lab. Well, it seems that the test was a success. I don't know who you are, but good to know that apparently this machine will be effective on any random person, and you, my duplicate, has served your purpose in allowing me to know that I, specifically, will be able to survive this journey. So, we no longer need you.
And that's right about the time I break out of this chair.
Oh, hit me with a roll.
I got a 10 again.
Yeah.
All right. So you managed to the manacles don't break, but the chair does. Right. So you're just standing there with chair arms and the lower parts of it attached to your limbs.
Yep. And I'm just going to hit him with a chair arm. Just boom.
All right. Well, we're going to count that as a success as well, since you rolled a 10, and it's all basically part of the same action. He does go down briefly. His nose is bleeding, but he's far from out. He's just got
that'd be too easy.
Again with this. And at that point, basically everybody else in the lab is now holding a gun and has them trained on you.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
So they come in and sort of, wrestle you both out of there and throw you into a cell, which this lab has, of course.
Mm-hmm. Standard issue.
Yeah. You think actually maybe they kept test animals or something in here, but it is still an interesting thing.
Oh yeah, they didn't clean it. That's
from nice. From elsewhere in the building. You can hear them going through various preparations. A lot of people are kind of moving back and forth in the hallway, carrying things, and you start to see people going by in military uniforms, full on, military gear, combat boots, balaclavas, gas masks, all that stuff. and but it's all in that same neon green. So, and they still have that same weird hourglass symbol on them. So, so you're in the cell. There's a couple guards standing nearby. What would you like to do? It's mostly just stainless steel. There's a a couple metal cots with just a blanket on them, and a combination toilet sink on one end.
And you said there are guards watching us?
Yes, there are two guards. One is kind of patrolling back and forth around down the hallway, and then you can see another one kind of down at the end of the hall at like a desk, and there's some monitors there.
All right.
Brad is like at the door. Hey, man, I know my rights, man. My dad's a lawyer, okay? My dad is a lawyer. I'm going to sue the shit out of you fucks.
You don't exist anymore, dumbass. You're lucky to be alive. We could put a round in you and throw you in a hole, and we'd never see you again. Nobody would know where you went. You'd just be another picture on a milk carton, kid. So, cut your lip.
And I kind of back up. A little defeated.
and you, big guy, maybe you don't remember, but you broke my nose last time you cracked out of here. So don't think I got any sympathy for you either.
I mean, you want to go another round?
Tempting, but I'm not stupid.
Eh.
And with
This
that,
is bad, man.
Goes back on he goes back on his rounds. Just kind of gives you a dirty look and wanders off. So he's patrolling the other guys down the end of the hall. What do you guys want to do?
All right. What would that guy Jason Bourne do?
He would probably, like, maybe if we could find like a seam. Is there like a vent in the ceiling, maybe, or in the floor?
They did
take
away
return air.
They did take away your Swiss Army knife, but you do still have all your clothes.
Oh, maybe we could like dig a tunnel out, and then like fill our clothes with blankets. No, that probably wouldn't work.
You can certainly try.
I don't know. You're like super strong. Maybe you could like rip you know what I mean? Can you like shake the door off its hinges or something?
I mean, probably, but there's still two guys out there. We can see what happens. All right, I'll pull in this bar. You pull in the other bar.
All right, I'm in.
All right, hit me with that roll.
All right, well, it's a 2. Twos or 10s. That's what we're getting.
I rolled an 8.
So let's see. Is it?
That's above.
Oh yeah,
count, right?
Yep. So Rich struggles. He's cranking on this bar, and it's not going anywhere. And Brad, you grab the other bar, and somehow it just pops right out. Like it goes. I mean, you strain a little bit, and then just boop.
Dude, we did it.
Yeah, I must have loosened it for you.
So you now have a gap big enough for Brad to squeeze through. It would be a bit tight for Rich. Rich couldn't get through it without removing another bar.
Right.
Well,
okay, so the bar that I have in my hand, it's more or less about the size of a lacrosse stick.
Yes.
And I'm gonna squeeze out, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna wait for the guard to make it past, like he's walking toward the other guard. And I'm holding the bar in place until he gets past, and then pull the bar back, slip out, and I'm gonna, you know what I mean? I'm gonna take a swing. and then try to head down, or maybe would he have? He's got keys on him. He's got keys on him. I'm saying he's got keys on him.
He's got keys on him.
Makes sense.
I rolled a 7, but I'll burn a bubble gum to make it happen.
All right. So yeah, you clock him right in the back of the skull, and he goes down like a ton of bricks. He's got the keys right on his belt there, along with.
Yep. I snatch him off, and I toss him back into the cell with Rich. And I head on.
The guard at the other end has headphones on, and so he has no idea any of this has happened. He's
sweet,
just
even better. I toss the keys to Rich, and I head that way, and you know what I mean. I'm gonna give him a 1-2 with the pipe or with the bar.
I'll unlock the door and drag the guard in here.
Okay. You do notice that both the guards have sidearms, and the one that was patrolling had a submachine gun on him.
All right, I'll take that.
You do find that the keys work on all of the cells, so you are able to put the guards into an unoccupied one where the bars are still intact.
Perfect.
Sweet.
And they've also got badges that allow them to access at least portions of the building. So
we're stripping their badges, we're stripping their guns.
Are you gonna wear the uniforms, or
how big are they?
Yes, if I can fit in a uniform, I'm totally fitting in one.
Brad can wear the uniform just fine. Yeah. Rich, it went from looking like a baggy, military uniform on you. It looks like one of those like Halloween bodysuit things, but you're in it. If you flex too hard, it'll probably just explode.
I'll try not to breathe heavy.
But you are fitting into it. So, all right, you're in disguise. You're armed. You do see the signs on the lab or on the wall that say, lab this way and all that. So, what do you guys want to do from here?
I think we have to get to the lab and try to stop that machine.
Yep.
All right. So, as you get close to the lab, you realize that you're actually on the level above where you were. And you're up on kind of a catwalk, looking down at the machine that you were in and all the activity going on. There's still a whole
hell yeah.
Wires hanging from the ceiling. It's your your movie mad science lab. And in the machine, you see Dr. Randall standing there along with a group of the
gas mask dudes,
gas mask guys, and the machine is starting to turn on, and you hear Dr. Randall. And once we've gone back, we have the records. We can obtain all of the gold that we need to fund our endeavors, and nobody will be able to stop us with our superior firepower. And then we will return to the present. And our plans will be complete. And the machine starts, going. And all
right, Brad, hold on. I'm gonna grab one of the wires that's kind of hanging down and try to swing us down.
wrap your arm around my waist and lift me up, dude. Fucking Tarzan it. I love it.
Hit me with that roll.
All right, there it is. Oh, that is a 7, which ties.
Let's see here. So no, it's you have to roll greater than for that.
Oh, you do?
Do you want to burn a bubblegum? All right,
we'll do it.
So yes, you grab.
It does not.
You swing down. You kick one of the goons on your way. And you manage to time it perfectly to go in between the spinning arms of this machine just as it activates. And you land in what you are pretty sure now is the past, amid a pile of goons, as Dr. Randall jumps into a Jeep that they had apparently sent through this machine as well.
Of course they did.
Drives off with another group of goons. So there's a pile of goons underneath and around you while Dr. Randall is escaping.
I think
Um,
it's us lands. We hit. You know what I mean? You see the circle shot of all the guys around us, and then it zooms back in, and we're both back to back, and it's just dow 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 dow. You know what I mean? I think it's just guns firing both sides.
All right, roll it up. Let's see how you do.
That's a 3, so I will burn a bubblegum to make it happen.
All right,
I rolled
my
a 1,
side.
so I got to do that too.
Okay, so you both manage. You get in there. You've got your guns. You landed in the pile. They're around you. They're surrounding you. Tell me how you take these guys out.
I mean, it's kind of back to back. He's spinning, I'm spinning. We're just kind of going around and getting everybody down.
All right, so I'm gonna take this a little bit. I'm gonna tweak it.
Sure.
I'm gonna say that he links his arms between yours, and you hoist him up on your back, and you're spinning around. He's on your back.
Yep.
And you're both just firing. So you managed to take out the whole crew.
We throw down our empty weapons and walk through and pick up, you know what I mean, and pick up the next round.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're unlimited while you're firing them, but between fights, yes, it is good to get a fresh one for suspension of disbelief.
Is there a second Jeep?
There is.
Excellent.
You can see the dust cloud off in the distance in the direction Dr. Randall went. I assume you're going to pursue him.
Yep. Brad, you gonna be a wheelman?
And you don't even need keys. You pull up under, you hotwire it real quick.
Well, all right. So if you're gonna try and hotwire it, there's keys in it because they.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just calling it out for the. You know what I mean, for the movie style of it.
Oh no, there's. I mean, they didn't plan on having anybody back here to mess with them. So there's just keys if you want.
Fair. That's a fair point.
I'll make you roll for a hotwire if you want to.
Oh no, if you're going to give us keys, that's fine. We'll just take the keys.
You tried to hotwire it, and then Rich just pulled the keys out.
There you go. Yeah, even better. Even better.
You got as far as tearing the thing off, realizing that you didn't know what you were doing.
You're right. Looking at it going, man, I thought this would be way easier.
Yeah, I thought it was just the 2 wires. And
this is way easier in the movies.
So, all right, you guys are pursuing Randall. And I want you to give me who's driving.
Oh, I am for sure.
All right.
He's double guns. You know what I mean?
Are there more or better weapons in the Jeep?
Yes, there is actually.
Like an RPG and a 50 cal mounted on top kind of shit?
There's nothing mounted, but as you're driving, you do look. There's a tarp under the back. Tell me what you find under that tarp.
Under the tarp, really a rocket launcher would be delightful right now.
Okay. It is a full-on commando, tube, like the big square with the 4 tubes with a rocket in each. So you've got that now.
That is exactly where my brain went to. I love it.
And Brad, you open up the glove box. What do you find in there?
In the glove box, there is there's a pack of C4 and some Ray-Ban sunglasses.
Nice. All right, so you've got your submachine guns, you've got your pistols, you've got a rocket launcher, you've got some C4, you've got some sweet shades, and you are starting to come up on Dr. Randall in the Jeep. The other guys with him notice that you're there, turn around and start unloading at you with their guns. What are you gonna do?
So I'm gonna kind of stand up in the back of the Jeep and just fire a rocket at them. I want to fire it a little ahead of them. Okay. So it'll kind of make a little crater and maybe flip the Jeep over.
All right.
That's a 10.
All right.
Nice.
So the rocket goes ahead of them. It the rocket doesn't quite get where you need it to go, but it does. It knocks some stuff there that have actually been driving up along a cliff face a little bit. So it does knock some stuff in front of them. They crash into this, but just before impact, Dr. Randall leaps from the back of the Jeep at you guys. So currently, the other goons in the Jeep are stunned. Yeah. They're not down, but they are stunned. But Randall managed to leap out before the impact and is headed your direction. You guys are still in the Jeep and driving towards him. So what are you going to do?
Oh, barrel down, like, you know what I mean?
You're just gonna run
double grip the wheel. I'm running this motherfucker over.
All right. So what do you say, and what do you do with your sunglasses?
I say, oh shit, what do I say? I'm trying to be funny and clever. I say, so it's a game of chicken. And then I take my sunglasses off and I toss them up to Rich. He grabs them, slides them on. And yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna try to run the dude over. You know what I mean? Right. Hit him straight on.
Hit me with a roll.
That's a 3. So
all right. So while this is going on, Rich, what are you doing?
I want to get rid of the rest of those henchmen. So I'll just fire tube number 2 of that rocket.
Okay.
That is a 2. I think
do you want to burn a bubble gum, or do you want to see how this plays out?
I want to see how that goes. I'm 5 on my bubble gums. We'll leave it there.
All right, Brad.
Same. I'd like to see how it plays out.
Okay, so what happens then? You fire the rocket, Rich. It gets out ahead of the Jeep, but as it passes Dr. Randall, he plucks it out of the air with one hand and just kind of throws it off to the side, and it just explodes somewhere harmlessly off in the distance. And then when the Jeep gets to him, he literally just catches it in the front, and he's sliding backwards. His boots are digging in, but he doesn't go down. So it's Jeep versus large man currently. And he's digging in, he's straining. I mean, this isn't easy for him. The sweat's breaking out, but you're also not making a ton of progress. So what do you want to do?
So our inertia, he grabs it, and we're still pushing him.
Pushing him, but you're going a lot slower. Yeah.
Okay. I think, I mean, honestly, I think I would just pull up the gun and just start firing through the windshield at that point.
All right. Hit me with a roll.
A 6. So that's,
and you're at 5, right?
I'm at 6. He's at 5.
You're at 6. Oh, so that's. Yeah. Do you want to burn one, or do you want to let it go?
I think I'll let it go.
All right. So he sees you pull out the gun, takes a second, and rips the hood up, which blocks the shots. But in doing so, he has kind of, given up what stance he had. So his footing is a lot more unsteady, and you're now driving at a higher speed with him. You can't see him now. You don't know what he's doing. You don't know where he's at. You can tell you're moving faster, but you're still not going as fast as you would expect to be. So, Rich, from your position in the back, you saw him lift the hood up and then kind of disappear.
All right. I'm going to keep an eye out behind us to see if he maybe not necessarily gets run over, but just kind of slides under the Jeep. And I'm going to try to grab him if he comes out that way. Okay.
And Brad, what are you doing?
I'm gonna keep driving first. You know what I mean? As the speed, as we gain speed, I'll probably, you know what I mean? We'll get a distance down the road, and then I'll slam on the brakes.
Turn around, see what's going on.
Yeah, try to turn around and see what's going on.
All right. So you, as you're driving a little bit, you hear you feel a thump. The Jeep bounces up. Rich, you see, Randall, Dr. Randall is back there on his hands and knees. He's moving, but he's moving slowly. You pass where the other Jeep is has crashed into the debris, and slow and turn around. The guards at this point are now regaining their composure and are starting to they're moving back to Dr. Randall to see what he wants them to do. So they have their guns out, but they're kind of retreating a little bit.
How's their Jeep? Is it not usable anymore?
Their Jeep is not usable.
Okay, good. Otherwise, I was just going to shoot
it. It's
with
leaking fluids. The whole front of it, it's smashed in. The goon who had been driving the Jeep is still sitting in the driver's seat unconscious.
Okay.
So off a little ways, not too far. The goons and Dr. Randall are kind of regrouping. What would you like to do?
Dude, if he's that strong, that means that you're that strong. Go get him. I'll take care of the goons.
All right, drive at him. I'll jump off.
Yeah. So I hit the gas. You know what I mean? We speed up there. I fishtail it around, slow-mo so that Rich can, leap off.
Back.
Yeah.
Each give me a roll.
I got 8.
7.
All right. So you both succeed. As you drive up, so you both succeed. Tell me how that goes. How that plays out.
So as he's turning, I will just leap out and kind of flying crossbody. Are they all in the same spot, or
they're pretty close? Yeah, they're clustered together.
Right,
it's perfect. The bowling pin, dude. Yeah, absolutely.
Flying crossbody, everybody, knock them all over. Hopefully.
All right, that succeeds. Brad, what are you doing? Since you managed to get him into position and all that.
I've fishtailed. He knocks them all down. I hit the gas and spin the tires, you know what I mean, and throw up a bunch of dust. And like the dust cloud rolls over, like right as you see him crossbody into the group, and then the dust clears and it's just Rich standing over the group of them all knocked over. And I think you see I don't know. I'll let you, but the doctor stands up. And then I jump into the back of the Jeep, and I grab a tire iron, and I've got my gun, and I leap out, and I'm headed over into the fray.
All right. So the goons are down. They're knocked out. Dr. Randall is once again regaining his composure. He's grabbed a knife from each of the goons. So they're big Rambo knives, essentially. He's got one in each hand, and he says, "Fine, I guess we'll just finish this here." He takes one of the knives, throws it directly at you, Brad. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try to avoid it. Maybe baseball bat it if I can with the tire iron.
Okay, so that option would be kick ass. So keep in mind, if you're kicking ass, you've got your one target. If you were just going to try and avoid it, that would be not kicking ass.
Okay.
So however you want to spin that, or whatever you think you're going to be more likely to succeed at.
I'll say that I'm going to try to avoid it.
Okay, hit me with a roll.
That's an 8. Shit.
So you could burn another stick of bubblegum to turn that into a success.
No, I think at this point in the story, I think you know what I mean. I think I'll take the hit.
All right. So the knife
not going to kill me, is it?
No.
Okay.
I'm not that mean. The knife catches you square in the shoulder. So it's just sticking out there. Meanwhile, Randall has gone into he's kind of turning around. He's throwing the knife back and forth from hand to hand. And making little faint stabs at you, Rich. What do you want to do?
So on one of those stabs, I'm just gonna kind of move out of the way a little bit, grab his arm, twist it, and just try to get him to drop the knife.
All right.
That's a 9.
All right. Well, I'm not sure how kick-ass that is, but I'm gonna
I mean,
call it a
I'm
success.
practically breaking his arm.
Well, that's okay. There we go. That's what we'll do. So you grab the wrist with the knife and literally, yeah, just break his arm. His forearm is now broken. It's hanging in a weird way. He yells out in pain. I should have never made you. And then starts to swing with the other hand. Brad, what are you doing? You've got a knife in your shoulder, but you're still up and about.
Bleeding, get up off the ground. I'm going to go try to help Rich take this guy down. Come in and swing at his knee with the tire iron.
All right. Give me a roll.
That's a 9.
Yeah, you just shatter his knee. Again, he's still moving. He's got a broken arm, and then the opposite knee is just shattered. So he's kind of just, but he's still trying. Rich, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna break his other arm.
We're just gonna take him out limb by limb.
Yeah.
I rolled a 5. My score is 5, so we'll just make that a success.
All right. So yes, you broke his other arm. He's got one okay leg, and that's about it. So he is just, he's like swinging, but there's no force behind it, or trying to, cursing under his breath. Just, how could they? I'm too smart for these fools to defeat me like this. My plan was flawless. All I had to do was make a clone of myself and send it back in time to steal all the gold. So simple.
So how do we get back?
I'll never tell. You'll be stuck here forever.
You'll be stuck here forever.
Yeah, but I don't care anymore.
All right, I want to search
I'm prepared.
him.
I know all of the secrets that will make me a rich man here or in the future.
I'm going to search him for the time device, which I'm assuming exists.
Okay.
I got a roll below a 4. I got a 1.
Oh, yeah. So you search him. Of course, his shirt mostly came off during the fight. Because you were both played by the same actor, and that's in your contract. But in his surprisingly flexible slacks, you do find what looks like it's kind of a garage door opener with just some shit glued on it, but it's the highest of high tech. That from what you can see.
Sure. Looks like you're out of time, Dr. Randall.
That was a good one.
Grab him, get next to Brad, hit the button.
All right. So as you hit the button, you start to see the things spinning around you again. And in as it goes through the process again, and then you hear the blinding flash and the sound of a lightning strike, and you find yourselves back in the lab, and at this point, Dr. Randall has passed out from pain and blood loss. So how do you want to take it from here?
Is there anyone in the science room?
They all when you like zapped in and they saw Dr. Randall as just a bleeding mess, they ran away. So you're pretty much alone here.
Excellent. So at that point, I'm going to. Is the sledgehammer still here that I would have dropped when they gassed us?
Yes. You see it leaning up over against the wall there. They just haven't brought it back upstairs yet.
Perfect. I'm going to smash the hell out of this machine.
All right. Since nobody's trying to stop you from doing that, you managed to do it. You smashed the hell out of the machine. Sparks everywhere, bits of metal flying. You're definitely smashing monitors because it looks better.
Mhm.
But Doctor,
he's swinging the sledgehammer around, just like totally destroying the room, and I'm kind of standing there looking around, and you know what I mean. And then I'm like, I go over and I'm just like push like some beakers off of one of the
chair over, yeah.
Like push a chair over because I want to be involved too.
Dr. Randall is still in real bad shape, but he has regained consciousness, and he's like, you can destroy the machine all you want. I'll rebuild it, and you'll still be just a copy, a nothing. No past and no future.
Oh, this copy's got a future, and I can't be that bad if I beat you.
No, I mean it. No future. And he pulls out another remote. This one much simpler and with a big red button on it, and presses it. And all of a sudden, red lights start flashing all over the building, and you start to hear a computer voice.
Yeah.
2 minutes to detonation. Please evacuate. And Randall grabs your leg and holds onto it with whatever strength he's got left.
Right, which shouldn't be too much. I'm going to try to break his grip.
All right.
Which shouldn't be hard. I have a 4 to roll over. I mean, it shouldn't be hard is what I say. It is hard because I rolled a 2.
All right.
So I guess we'll just
stay different.
Yeah, we'll just take that. And I guess I'm down to a 3, and I gotta kick him away, and we'll just run out of here, hopefully.
Yeah, you kick him away. It's obvious that the fight's kind of gone out of him, and he thinks he's probably delayed you enough.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, as we're running, like I'm holding my shoulder, but I'm running with like a limp because that's what injured people do.
Yes, and if you move your hand, there's blood on your hand, but not on your shoulder.
It's that kind of movie.
Yes. So
it has been so far.
Mm-hmm.
You managed to get into the elevator.
Thanks,
and you are now for some reason the elevator lets you off on the upper floor. You have 15 seconds to evacuate. What do you guys want to do?
So we're not on the ground floor, we're on the higher floor?
No, what you see in front of you, the elevator doors open. What you see in front of you is the cubicle farm, and then the offices, and it's basically just a wall of windows.
There's no choice.
Straight ahead of you.
Yeah, so I will grab Brad and just go through the window.
All right, give me a roll.
And I pull up the gun and I'm shooting to break the window before we get there.
Oh, that's probably smart. That's a 6, so I beat my 3. I'm assuming that's kicking ass. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's kicking ass.
Okay.
So yes, you grab Brad. Brad's firing. The alarms are flashing. All the sprinklers turn on for some reason. You're just booking it out. You're both soaked, just wet, glistening mass of muscle
in the contract.
And you burst through the cracked window in a shower of shards, and start falling to the ground. And just as you're below the edge of the windows, the explosion occurs, blowing fire and more glass and smoke and wood over your heads, and you land in what is actually a laundry cart, for the lab coat. You know, they want all the lab stuff. So you land in a laundry cart that's
it's all full of the neon green uniforms.
Yeah, it's full of neon green uniforms
Yeah.
in the parking lot there. And the driver from the laundry service, you know, is standing there and sees you guys fly out of here and the explosion occur. And he looks down at the flask that he was holding and just says, and throws it away and kind of walks off. Credits roll. Tell me what song starts playing.
Right before the credits roll, though, Brad holds up his hand for a high five, and Rich is just standing there, just leaves him hanging.
What's that? Yeah, I don't know.
So yes, credits start to roll. Each of you give me a song that plays over the credits.
Oh, what would be a good song? I don't even know.
I don't know. We got a few minutes. We gotta. Is it? What's the? Runaway by Bon Jovi.
Oh, there you go. All right.
She's a little runaway.
Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah, I mean, your car has to still be there, right? So we can just get in that and kind of peel out.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, do that. Yes.
Perfect.
In fact, if you want to do it,
that's the end credits. That's the end credits, side screen shot, of us getting in the car. If you want to do it
diegetically, even it's just you guys get in and you push the tape into the player, and Runaway starts going in.
Beautiful.
All right, and then after Runaway ends, of course, there's usually a multiple songs. I'm going to throw one in here.
Perfect.
It's an original tune for the soundtrack called Muscle Memories. It's not good, but somebody's nephew.
But it's fair.
Oh, and then yes, here we go. We got Mystical, Shake Your Ass.
Watch yourself.
which call back to the montage from the Salvation Army earlier.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's the blooper reel. Shake Your Ass comes on, and then it's a blooper reel of all of that. You know what I mean? Of that scene in the Salvation Army with the old ladies and everybody cracking up laughing and
and then also the montage of your stunt doubles just getting their shit rocked.
Yeah,
and nearly.
That's great. Yeah.
All right. Well, there we go. The end. A Known World United production. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. That was a great time.
All the Bubblegum is a real fun system. I got to get a copy of the random scenario generator in a form that my computer can open because I'm not paying for Office. But
still a good time.
Oh yeah, no, the random scenario generator is real fun. Just all the different stuff you can put together. Thank you, Shaggy.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out all weekend.
Yeah. Oh, Shaggy's a stalwart.
Yeah.
So coming up in about 10 or just starting immediately after this, I don't know.
In 10.
All right, in 10. Beard is going to be doing a post show, I believe. Your King Ginger is going to be popping in on that as well. If anybody else wants to hop on there and talk about how the weekend went for you, what you liked, what you didn't, what you want to see, just pop a message in the Discord or check out the thing, and you can get the link to that. And if you're watching along or checking this out later, please head over to extra-life.org. Look for Known World United and throw some dollars the way of the team to help out the kids. We're working towards our goal. We got a ways to go, but I'm hopeful we'll be able to, get there in the weeks and months to come here before the end of the year. I'll let James speak to that, and he can do it on the post show if he wants to go.
We're at $9,200. We're so close to hitting 10,000. So
Yeah, throw some funds our way. James, hop off, eat your Butterburger for the next 10 minutes before the
I
post.
did. I shoved lots of chicken in my mouth. I feel like a human being. Although going up the stairs when I left for Sarah to drive me to Culver's was the word I was feeling was not the relaxed.
No.
Yeah, we'll be back in a little bit. Matt, this was like I was like listening to it in the other room. I had forgotten to mute the tab, and we're like watching something about the Webb telescope, and I was just like hearing things like here and there, and just like I love this game. I can't wait to play with you guys soon.
Oh yeah, we'll get it going. It's a nice low prep, just stream of consciousness ridiculousness. So
yeah, it worked out great.
Something that
those are my favorite kind of games. So let me know when it's happening, and I will, if I can make it, I will absolutely make it. This is 100% my kind of thing.
So.
All right. Well, thanks everybody, and thanks again to the chat and everybody watching. I hope the rest of your extra life is great, and we'll catch you soon.
Thank you.